Hello and welcome to H.M.S. Odyssey Presents. Today we are diving into some lessons. The first lesson we're going to talk about is spirituality. Now, there's a lot out there about spirituality and what it is. So I kind of want to break it down in my own terms and see if anything resonates with you. So what is spirituality? Spirituality is seeking something bigger than yourself. It's being soul-driven, less materialistic, connecting with self, and overall being one with the universe. So the idea of spirituality comes from the spirit seeking truth. So this, coupled with the oneness, we seek ideas of creating balance in our lives. So that's why we have a lot of internal influence and external influence, and we can talk more about some of those things a little later. I just want to go over spirituality in general, like what it is, what it means. So why is spirituality important? It begins with finding purpose, examining the self, ego versus spirit, and it's becoming a well-rounded person and examining the bigger picture of life. And through that, we create boundaries. We set our intentions. We live with abundance, and we manifest our dreams. So when we create this balance within ourselves, our lives become more fulfilled, more joyous, and this creates harmony, and harmony within ourselves and harmony externally, which mean very different things. So a frequently asked question is spirituality and religion the same? And the short answer is no, they're not. Spirituality is more of an individual practice. Everyone's experiences are going to be very different. And it's just like your path in life. No one's is the same. Even if someone at some point is walking down the same path as you, their experiences, what they're going to take in is going to be completely different. So religion is a specific set of organized beliefs and practices. Typically, organized religion has a lot of rules or doctrine to follow. Some of these things, some of the rules, like thou shalt not kill, are pretty much universal, but it goes a little deeper than that. So I like to think of it like this. So think of spirituality as a fish in the ocean. It has free space to move. It can go and explore and do whatever it wants to do in the space that it's allowed, which the ocean is massive. And then I like to think of religion as a fish in a fish tank, right? There's some room for movement, but overall it's confined to a specific space. So how does spirituality affect your life? Spirituality comes with a certain amount of awareness. It opens your eyes. The world changes in appearance and perception. Life becomes a deeper experience in both the good and the bad. And everybody knows this. The peaks and valleys that we experience become taller and lower because of the journey into self. There's a lot to dive into there, and I might do some lessons later down the road, but I'm just going to leave it right there for right now. So where do I start? Maybe you're asking yourself, where do I start my spiritual journey? And well, honestly, each person starts their spiritual journey in their own way. And I like to say it always starts with an awakening, not to be confused with the term woke, but typically people experience an awakening through a trauma, a death, accident, near-death experience. It's also possible, but a little more unlikely, that people awaken through a love or a positive experience. And typically you feel a shift within yourself and things change. So that's what I like to call an awakening. So this shift in our consciousness opens up new doors, and then we feel different. And then things might not make sense, become an accepted path of life. So there are many modalities out there. And so, you have hypnosis, you have human design, you have a lot of different aspects of what you can consider spirituality that you can open yourself up to. And my channel is going to highlight some good coaches that do things the right way, because just like any other industry, you know, there will be people out there that don't do the proper work. They're selling snake oil. They don't believe in what they're selling. Unfortunately, I've had the experience of getting a couple of those people, and that's what actually inspired me to do this. So when I started my YouTube channel, that was a big thing. I wanted to filter out people who are selling snake oil and people who are legit and real, and they have something to teach, something to give, and something to help you on that journey, whatever your journey may be. So feel free to check out a bunch of videos on my site. I'll be posting more throughout the year. But the modalities provide you a unique experience to learn what you are attracted to. So if we look at it, spirituality is a dive into yourself, both internally and externally. So we start to figure out the patterns that we see outside, and then the patterns that we see inside. And this is most of us, most people who have gone down the spiritual path will tell you it is not an easy one. It is one that, like I said before, there's a lot of peaks and valleys, and the valleys are very deep and the peaks are very high. So it's up to you to decide what you like, feel into it, use your intuition. So most people think from your heads logically, as I did, and it gets you to a certain point of knowing yourself. And then you have to balance that with your intuition to really propel yourself into where you want to be, what you want to do, what you want to get, and what you want out of this life. So enjoy the journey. It's in its entirety. And be grateful that you get to experience it. Not a lot of people get to be old and experience some of the deeper meanings of life. So if you are under 50 and you are starting this journey, I commend you. It is a tough one, but most people don't figure it out until later in life. So I hope you enjoy it. If you enjoyed this video and you enjoy these little small lessons that are no more than 5 to 10 minutes, you know, drop a like. You know, write something in the comment section and subscribe. I'll be posting these videos more frequently. And don't forget, empower your life's quest.